Hey sweet babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and if you'd like to support my channel, you can always use the links down in the description box to shop, or you can click the thanks button down below. So y'all, I get so many people that's like, girl, I'm just starting my fragrance journey. I don't know where to start, what to buy. So many fragrances out here. I don't even know what I like. Like, help, send help. I'm here to help you, okay? Today I'm gonna give y'all 5 tips on how I think you can start your fragrance journey. Learn what you like and, you know, get your collection popping. I know we all started somewhere. Some of us got 10 bottles, 20 bottles, 50 bottles, 300, 400 bottles. But the point is, we all started somewhere. Let's get into these 5 tips. And tip number 1 is going to be start with a subscription service. A fragrance subscription service will help you so much. I've been subscribed to fragrance subscription services for years, and I still am. I still love them, and I still like testing out my fragrances. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I am a blind buy queen. I love to blind buy, but I also like to test out fragrances too, especially if they cost a pretty penny, okay? So one of the subscription services that I have is Royalty Scents. I love them. They got everything, girl. They got niche, they got designer. I'm talking BDK, Le Labo, YSL, Tom Ford, Dior, Tiziana Terenzi. Like, they got everybody, and I'm like, yes, honey, because I be wanting to test them out, especially because they got that price tag on them. I want to test them out. Now, these are some of the decants that I still have. I use them when I get them every month. I normally just use it because I want to test it out and see if I want to buy that full bottle, and then I throw these away. Well, guess what? You shouldn't be throwing these away, and I'm going to show you why later. Thanks to my girl Spicy Looks, because I did not know that we weren't supposed to throw these away. She showed us why we shouldn't throw these away, and I'm going to show y'all. Now, if you get 1 a month, it's just $19.95, but if you get 2 a month, it's $36.95. So it's definitely worth it. And you can skip a month if you need to, you know, if you don't need a fragrance that month, and you can cancel at any time. So subscription services like that are definitely beneficial, and it's definitely a way that I started, you know, testing out fragrances, because you don't want to go in a lot of times and blind buy a fragrance and then you don't like it. So I have been subscribed to them for a long time, paying for it with my own money, and I have really been enjoying their service. Like, I bought a lot of bottles from testing out, you know, their decants. So they are A1 as far as that, and they were nice enough to send me 3 fragrances that I wanted to try, and love them for that. So if you're not familiar with Royalty Scents, they usually send you a cute little box every month, or 2 depending on the subscription that you have, and then they send you the cute decant, and it usually coincides with, you know, color coordination of the actual bottle that the fragrance comes in. You get this cute little decant, and it is about 8 mils in here, 8 mls in here, and depending on the type of sprayer you are, if you're like a 4 to 5 sprayer, they said this could last you a whole month. I'm a heavy sprayer, so they never last me a whole month, because girl, I be trying to test it out, okay? But if you are, you know, about 4 to 5 sprayer, you can get 120 to 140 sprays out of these decants. So that could last you a whole month depending on how you spray. So from watching Spicy Looks, she said that you're not supposed to throw these away, because you can actually take this out, twist this off, and decant your own fragrances in here. Put the top right back on, screw it right back on, stick this in here, and you got a cute little purse spray for whatever fragrance you want to wear that day. I was like, what? Do y'all know how many of these I threw away? So I have not been throwing them away anymore. So that's why I still have these decants over here, because I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to throw them away. Okay, girl. Now definitely keep these. So not only do you get to test out a fragrance that you wanted to test out anyway, now you got a cute little travel spray to put, you know, whatever fragrance in there you want. So now for tip number 2, now I'm personally not a quote unquote dupe girl. I do like to buy the actual fragrance, but everybody is not trying to do that. They want the same vibe, they want the same feeling, but they like, I'm not paying $300 and $400 for a fragrance. I get it, girl. I totally understand. So I asked Royalty Scent to send me these fragrances from Orientica, because for one, I've seen these and I love the bottles. I know a lot of people are like, the bottles are gaudy, but I love their bottles. I think they are so pretty, and I wanted them, so I wanted to try out their fragrances. Now these are fragrances that I have heard smell like other fragrances, so I wanted to test them out for y'all, because, you know, don't let anybody else tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. If you feel like, you know, I want something that smells like Baccarat, but I'm not buying Baccarat, and you want something else, girl, buy what, you know, works for you. So I'm testing these out because this brand is affordable, and they are fragrances that supposedly smell like other fragrances. So I've already tested them out, and I'm about to tell y'all the tea. So the first one is Amber Rouge, and this one came in the red decant, red box, and this one is supposed to smell like Baccarat Extrait. This smells like Baccarat, the original, to me. I thoroughly tested it out. It's all gone. And to my nose, this smelled just like Baccarat. Now I would say about 90% like Baccarat. I've never smelled any other dupes of Baccarat though, so I can't say like, oh, this dupe is better than that dupe. I can't say that because I never smelled the dupe of Baccarat. Like, I have a bottle of Baccarat, so I've never smelled the dupe before. But this was extremely close to Baccarat. It even did like the disappearing app that Baccarat does on me, because sometimes I'm like, I don't smell my Baccarat, and then boom, she hit me in the face like, girl, I'm here. I'm like, hey girl, I didn't know where you was at, but you are here. Okay, Baccarat tends to do that on me sometimes, but I know she's there because it's hours and hours and hours later and I still smell her. So I know she's there, and this was doing the same thing. Hours and hours and hours later, it would just be like boom, and I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't like as strong as Baccarat, but it was definitely still there. And as far as the scent profile, it was pretty darn close. Now to me, this one did smell more like the original than the Extrait, but you know, everybody's nose is different. So I really did feel like this was a good alternative to Baccarat. So like I said with tip number 2, girl, if you ain't trying to pay that Baccarat ticket, go on and get you some Orientica Amber Rouge, okay? This one is Royal Amber, and this one is supposed to be by like Herba Pura from Gerjoff. I don't have Herba Pura, but I do have a decant of the real Herba Pura from my good sis Jessica here on YouTube. I'll link her channel as well. And she sent me a decant of Herba Pura, so I know exactly what Herba Pura smells like, and I still have some of my decant right here. Now I will say on the opening they didn't smell exact, but on the dry down they smell more alike. I would say this one was more like 80% like Herba Pura, not 100%. I would say, you know, it was pretty close, you know what I'm saying? This one wasn't as long lasting as Amber Rouge, but it stayed on pretty good. And this one is like it does have that Herba Pura vibe, but Herba Pura, it just stayed on longer and it was a little more stronger and potent. And you know, this was pretty close to it. This was my least favorite out the 3, to be honest. Last but not least, this one came in a black box. This is Oud Saffron, and it came in a silver little decant, and I pretty much used that one up too. And this one has been known to smell like Oud Bouquet by Lancome or Oud Satin Mood by MFK. And to my nose, I smelled both of them. I actually have Oud Bouquet here, and I had a decant of Oud Satin Mood, and to be honest, to me, this one smells more like Oud Bouquet. Oud Bouquet is a little sweeter, richer, deeper, darker, but this was pretty close. I would say 85-90%. It was. Now this did have some nice long lasting power. Like, this was on for hours and hours and hours, and it didn't do no disappearing act or nothing. It was like really like how Oud Bouquet is, and it's pretty close. I would say 85-90% this smelled like Oud Bouquet. So tip number 3, girl, start with designer fragrances. Don't let nobody tell you like, oh, you don't wear niche, then you're the girl. Buy you some designer fragrances, okay? I started with designer fragrances, and still to this day still buy designer fragrances. I buy niche, I buy indie, I buy designer fragrances, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with buying designer fragrances. Designer fragrances are more affordable than a lot of niche fragrances, so why not buy them? And also with designer fragrances, it's about to be the holiday season, okay? You can find your designer fragrances that are gonna come with another designer fragrance in there, like a flanker of it in the gift set, and even the lotion, the shower gel, and all of that. So if you can get designer fragrances and it has the shower gel and the lotion in it, girl, get that. Like, buy them this holiday season. Clean up on that type of stuff. Don't let nobody make you feel like if you're buying designer, then you, girl, don't, because there's a whole lot of niche stuff out here that is a mess, okay? And they ain't even messing with some designer fragrances. So okay, designer fragrances are easily accessible. You can go get them, you can go smell them, you can try them, you can return them. Like, get you some designer fragrances, girl. Buy designer fragrances that have that niche quality. So when I say niche quality, I mean there are some designer fragrances out there that have really good longevity, good sillage, good projection. I'm talking the Lancomes. The Lancome is a good designer house. Like this La Vie est Belle, this is a nice sweet scent. I love it. It's popular, and I think it's popular for good reason. Either you love it or you hate it, but if you love it, you love it. And this one it lasts all day. It lasts so long to be a designer scent. And I'm not even going to say to be a designer scent no more. It just does what it's supposed to do. I like it. La Nuit Trésor is a good one. This is by Lancome. And if you're into the niche smells and you want to be more oudy, rose, sweet, go with Oud Bouquet. But Lancome is a good designer house that has good longevity, good projection, good sillage. That's a good one. YSL is a good one. The Libre line, however you're supposed to say it. But this is also a good line that gives me long-lasting power, Projection, and Sillage. Mugler is a good one. These have good long-lasting power. Sillage, you know, you can definitely get some designer fragrances that are going to last you all day. Tip number 4, girl, buy small bottles. You don't need to have the 100 ml of everything. I mean, I know I'm probably the last one that need to be saying that, okay? But I got a lot of fragrances that are in the 50 mls. Like, I don't have to always get the big bottle, okay? Especially if you want a larger collection, then you really don't need a lot of 100 ml bottles, because you're not gonna ever get through them. You're just not. You know, so it's nothing wrong with buying 50 ml bottles. Even if you bought the little 30 mils, some brands, you know, some houses do have smaller bottles. But 50 ml is nothing wrong with that. Look at this. This is by Victor and Rolf. This is Bon Bon. This is a lot of fragrance. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was killing this last winter, and it's right here, but I still have so much fragrance left. And with me having a lot of fragrances, like, it's still gonna take me a minute to get through this. So it's nothing wrong with getting 50 mls, smaller bottles, travel sizes. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to grow your collection, and there's gonna come to a point where you have so many, you're not gonna use them up all like that. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? This is a 50 ml of Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper by Kayali. Ain't nothing wrong with this size, girl. I don't know when I'm gonna get through this. Okay, I do like this fragrance. I know I'm gonna get through it, but I have so many. I don't need the bigger bottle right now. I want it, but I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So get the 50 mls, girl. Get the 30 mls or anything like that. Like, you don't always have to get the big bottle, okay? Tip number 5, decide what type of fragrance person you are. Are you a signature scent person? Are you a seasonal type of person? Are you a mood type of person? Because that will determine how big you actually need to grow your collection. If you're a signature scent type of person, you don't need 100 bottles of fragrance. Like, because you're a signature scent type of person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain categories that you need to have maybe like 3 different scents for. You know, 3 different everyday running around shopping, doing errands or work type of scents, 3 bedtime scents, 3, you know, date night or special event fragrances. That's 9 fragrances, girl, and you're good to go because you're a signature scent type of person. Now, and you're saying you want to grow your collection, you're gonna be like, girl, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough for you because you're a signature scent type of person. Are you a seasonal person? You know, you might be a signature scent type of person, but you're also a seasonal type of person. So then, you know, you just need certain categories and certain categories for each season. So you don't need 100 bottles of perfume. You just don't. You know, if you want them, girl, get them, because you know I'm going to tell you to buy them. You know, I'm going to tell you to buy it all because I want it all. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just decide what type of person you are. If you are a mood type of fragrance wearer, you know, you have certain moods and you want to smell like a certain scent for those type of moods. Find out how many moods you have. You know, a lot of us got a whole bunch of moods and attitudes, but find, you know, the basic ones. You know, when I'm in a good mood and I'm happy, I like to smell like this. When I want to go to bed, I like to smell like this. You know what I'm saying? When I am just chilling in the house, I like to smell like this. And then kind of curate your collection to your moods. And you just need maybe 3-4 bottles of something to go with that mood. And also, when you're sad, you're not feeling your best, you're not feeling happy, buy fragrances for that too, because we all have those days. You know what, I ain't feeling it today, but I need something to pick me up, girl. It's Monday. I don't like Mondays. You know what I'm saying? So on Mondays, I be want something to pick me up, pick my mood up. So I'm gonna buy fragrances to make me feel happy when I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? Or not sad, or even if I am sad or down or just not with it today. You know what I'm saying? So think about that type of thing too. So you could be a signature scent person, you can be a seasonal person, you can be a mood person, but think about what type of fragrance person you are and curate your collection based on that. So those are 5 tips that I have to help you get your collection started and grow it to make it fit for you. So if you guys have tips on the best ways to start your collection and start it and help it to start growing to fit your personality and who you are, definitely leave it down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.